Man, thank you to
Woo.
Chronic and those guys for the doing the song. Skilbo, you're muted, so I'm going to say everything that you're saying. We really appreciate you guys for making that song.
I got
Welcome
myself, damn it.
to the Wake and Bake.
Good morning, Rise and Grind. Let's do this as take two. Take
Skilbo
two.
and the
Are
Boomers.
are we live yet? Where's Red at? I need him.
Fucking
Dude, I have to start the show off on the wrong foot. That way, you know what I mean? We'll get there. Can't have all the expectations be dashed when I go off track.
I was
Just wonder if
jamming.
it's real, if it's on purpose or not.
You know what my problem is I double muted. I muted on my Zoom and on my microphone to make sure that I didn't get caught coughing during that great opening track by Catachronic.
Right. Okay, that's what it was.
Yep.
Exactly what it was. I'm starting the morning off smoking some of the Blue Kiss Gardens Gorilla Fast. Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
You know what? I am smoking the exact same thing too.
Oh shit! You busted into it? Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. We'll
Yeah,
hold it up
big
for you.
old fatty of it. Right on, right on. Shout out to Blue Kiss Garden. Thank you. That was not prearranged.
Negative. Good morning, Baked.
Morning. I'm smoking some outdoor, high octane, the cut from Porch Farmer, who couldn't be here this morning. He's
How
not
did
feeling
it?
well.
How'd that turn out? Was that good?
Yeah, it's pretty gassy. They were one of the definite like PM resistant strains out there.
Oh,
So
good.
I'm gonna try to get another cut for next year
Oh yeah.
and just do it bigger. They were tiny though, because they were the late ones, after the rabbit attack. Yeah, so I'm excited for next year. That and his Grateful Breath did really well.
I missed old Porchy.
I know. I hope he's feeling better.
Goddamn Rona.
I know. I like that Grateful Breath though. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Good morning, Tara.
Good morning. Cheers, everybody. I'm dabbing on my new Dr. Dabber this morning. Joined the Dr. Dabber Club along with Spartan and High and Tight and them, and these Smokies. I've got some Yeti, and of course, I have me some Banker and Dan GG4.
Sorry, I should have been spotlighting you. You're holding shit up.
Oh, it's okay.
Tara and I are both wearing the Dick shirts for the.
Oh,
Actually,
right.
the first time I ever wore the one that you left it and all the stuff from Luzerne.
What's that dope
She's
ass
like,
hat
you can
you're
wear it. So I
wearing?
was like, okay. So now I'm wearing it.
I love the back, actually.
Sponsoring the show. His logo is really cool. I wonder who designed it.
Yeah. Grab a bag of dicks. Love them.
Well, since
Painted Lady and I are over here smoking Garlic Storm.
Ooh, nice.
Add to the chat.
Grape Vito?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I can't get in the chat because my dogs ate my tablet, so I'm just on my phone. So sorry, chat, I can't participate. Thank you guys for being here this morning.
Oh,
Dogs
sequence.
ate your tablet.
What
It
about
looks
the
like
phone?
Spartan texted me and said, "Nice mug." He likes your mug.
Mine?
Ooh, okay. Which one though? So I got
You
one
just
mug of
lifted up.
mimosas.
No,
I got
the
one
one
mug
on your
of
left.
coffee.
Yeah,
The
that
Michigan one. Yeah.
He really likes that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want chat to know.
It's pretty bold design.
Big Michigan fan over there.
I'm a big Michigan fan. It's gonna be a good game today.
Spartan too.
They're gonna be competitive and lose to Penn State.
There you go.
No, we should win. We'll see.
Good morning, Dan.
Good morning. Good morning, chat, panel, everybody. Happy Wake and Bake. Like I said, I was puffing on some Blue Kiss Gardens. Did the trick this morning for sure. Chilly morning out there. Hope you guys are staying high and warm.
Yeah, you got snow up there above the wall here?
Is it sticky?
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
question.
It is snowing lovely flakes right out now for all them
Oh,
hunters
Lord.
taken to the woods here on Monday.
We've got snow where I am, Baked. Do you not have snow?
Fuck no, we ain't got
Holy
snow,
shit,
son.
dude. Yeah,
What?
we don't either.
I brought the sun, bro.
Dude, I have snow at my house and I live south of you.
There's a 50-mile radius around me that
You
stays
brought the
warmer than the
sun.
rest of the state.
You're so full
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah, you got one little beam of light that follows you around.
He's our little
It's
ray of
shining
sunshine.
right out of his ass.
Yeah, man.
Whatever gets the job done. You got snow? I don't.
Good point.
Dude, just deal with those light leaks, all right? Don't go into the
Deal
fucking
with those light leaves.
Fucking.
Tired of all these seeds, man.
How are you gonna blow glass in the winter when it's freezing out there?
Rocket Pocket says it's snowing in Ohio.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, how can it not be snowing where you are?
dude. I
I
live
mean,
off
let
the
me
Lake
let me
Huron
give
and
it
it's
a
not
double
snowing here.
check.
Which is amazing. You know, you think you would be one of
Have
the
you not
first.
been outside and you're talking shit about the snow?
I took the dog out.
God, I just want to smack this kid.
Good
And
morning,
There's
Red Feather. I
zero
see you in
snow.
chat.
There's not even wet. There's not even wet. I wish I could get my camera over here.
Hey, we got him going at 10 minutes after the show. That's how
I
long
don't
it
know
took.
if he would
Where's-
even.
Didn't take long. Kickstarter.
Right.
I didn't even
Yeah.
have a
I
kid.
can hear Painted Lady.
Pew, pew.
Good morning, Painted Lady.
Hi,
Good morning.
morning.
Painted Lady's me on the late sesh today. She's off camera, but still able to hear and speak.
Laughing and talking shit occasionally.
Yeah, and smoking and handing me coffee.
Everyone's so
everybody-
chatty.
Today.
What's that, Tara? You
Yeah.
cut out?
What do you got going on today?
Oh, today?
Yeah.
Michigan's playing Penn State at 1 o'clock, so that's.
And Diamond
There's
agrees.
that sports ball.
Okay.
Diamond, I'm trying to have a show.
I don't know. Maybe I'll blow
I got-
some leaves.
Quit. She's really.
Blow some leaves. We got snow. You got to shovel up here.
Yeah.
Get in the
I got a
car,
lot
Bake.
to do. I got to build this. It's one of them 10-foot by 20-foot portable garages. You know.
Oh, like a
canvas type
carport.
deal. Yeah, yeah. So I got to do that during this fucking snowstorm.
Is that for the snowmobiles or is that for a new?
It
grill?
is. It is. Because we weren't able to get the pole barn up. So yeah.
Gotta get them out of the living room, huh?
No, they're not in the living room. But yeah, so I'm gonna throw that up. So we got a place to park those, keep them on.
Okay, what I want to know is what kind of snowmobiles you guys got.
I ended up picking up a 08 Arctic Cat F8. Nice little sled, good condition, single owner. Trish, she ended up picking up a really nice brand new 22 Polaris Indy XC 850.
Oof.
What a good man.
Oof.
Yeah, so
What a
she
man,
got
what a
nice
man,
sled.
a mighty good man.
Snowmobile.
Well, next year.
So,
I'll
what
do it.
sorts of features does a new snowmobile have, Dan? Do they have like heated hand grips? And...
Oh yeah, heated hand grips, electric start, reverse. You know, she got all the bells and whistles.
Reverse. Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Then ports to where you can plug in your helmets and stuff. You know.
Oh, like a Goldwing.
Yeah. Well, no, not really. She got a really fast racing one. Thing is, you know, right now it's hard to buy new snowmobiles because supply is limited, and if we were to order her a custom one, we wouldn't have got it till February or March, and at that point, season's over. So she just took what we could get off the showroom floor. But we added some stuff to it, some storage, and it's got nice LED displays and stuff. Should be a nice little sled for her.
Dan, we got a question for you in chat. From Goodrich says,
Mhm.
Dank man, if I press rosin through a 25 micron bag at 180 degrees, is the white crumble left inside the bag THCA?
No. No, you have
The
to take
waxes
the
and lipids?
rosin.
Is it lipids, Dan?
back.
That's what I
Probably, yeah, just all your contaminants and waxes and stuff. You take your rosin that you press out of those, and then you put that back into bags to press that out into THCA, where you're removing the terpenes you're separating the terpenes from the actual THC. You have to do that under a very low temperature, very low pressure to begin with. Rosin, I'm sorry, who has a great video on that? I think Nug Smasher has a really good video on how to create THCA through pressing your rosin. You have to start out with quite a bit of rosin to get.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Return.
The very first press is going to be the one that separates your hash from your rosin, so to speak. And then after that, you got to separate your rosin from your THCA or refine it down. I think Goodrich that it was the lipids. It's very sticky because it's fats.
He said it
all the
also
plant
melts
fat.
easily too, so that makes sense.
Yeah, they're starting out real low, like 140, and they're looking for surface pressure too when they're pressing this rosin into THCA. It takes a long time. I've never personally tried it.
Speaking of that, Dan, how long have you been pressing that?
Oh, 2.5 years,
2.5.
maybe. Seriously.
Hey, I don't know where it was when you started because we never got to try it back then, but I know where you're at right now. And
the dry sift, we did dry sift for a long time. Now it's obviously been hashed longer, but the dry sift really refined my technique and stuff. At first I was going for the biggest yields I could get in return. And then I started going for quality after that. So I would, sacrifice more to the bag to get a better end result versus, going for max yield, max pressure, max temp all the time.
Yeah, I agree with all that.
So it's not a hard thing to do. It takes a lot of practice. I started pressing flour and it was very unrewarding. It took so much flour to get any type of return.
So much effort to get your end product.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, sunflower was great.
Blown bags.
But to me, it was more beneficial for me to smoke the flour than it was to press it. I got more excited off the trim, like I said before, shaking down my trim, creating hash with that through just the trim bin at first. And then I got the screens and started working the screens when I got serious. Up here where I live, it gets real cold. So I just used that to my advantage. And I remember I'd wake up early mornings in the spring and it'd be real cold. And I'd get chat, be like, hell yeah, it's cold. I'm going to go shake some shit. And I go out 7-8 minutes, with some quality material, you could shake out a 1/4 ounce of freaking nice keef off that. And then I'd take that inside and press that out to rosin. Seemed like the keef dry sift created a more floral taste to the rosin versus the intense terpenes that washing bud creates, if you can follow that.
Yeah. So I want a question about when you're going to work with it on the screens. How long do you put the trim in the freezer for first, or are you just taking it straight outside?
It could be in there for 24 hours to 3 months.
Okay.
It depends. I work mainly with trim, because the buds we wash now. But the trim, it'll sit in there until I collect, good gallon size bag. I try to make sure I can work with it in temperatures, below 40 degrees. That keeps it sandy texture, the material. And then, when you're storing it, make sure to store it in your fridge or in your freezer in a jar. And then be aware of condensation happens when you pull that jar in and out of the fridge. So, be aware of that. But for the most part, you can preserve them dry sift for a very long time. I've had dry sift in the fridge for up to a year. Still smells like Primal Punch when you crack the jar.
That's a great tip about the condensation. I think since people are getting more and more conscious of preserving terps, they're storing all of their concentrates in a fridge, but then they're pulling them out and opening them up and getting water inside the jar and then getting dabs that snap, crackle, and pop and stuff. And
well, that it can create molds and stuff too.
Yeah, be careful.
I just pull out what we're gonna smoke, and I just leave that out, and I really kind of don't put it back in.
Yeah,
So,
you want to get one jar that's room temperature so that you can.
So this little bit, play around with. It's okay to stay out.
If you have the fortune of having some bulk amount of concentrate, you can put a large amount in your fridge, right, to preserve the terps, like we're talking about, and then leave one jar out for your dabs. Just like if you have a gallon of flour, like a gallon bag of flour, You don't want to keep opening that bag every time you want to roll a joint. You want to get an eighth of flour out and put it in a bag or put it in a jar, and then that way you preserve your.
Fuck, I'm going to the jar too much like that. Then I got to at least get a quarter out.
Yeah, I mean, what depending on
Yeah, I have
Your
like
mileage may vary, right?
gallon jars for long-term storage, and then quart jars for everyday pulling in and out of some
Right.
shit.
That's what I
You wanna
use. The
keep dipping in.
black,
Oh, man.
the
I don't
black
even have
infinity
no
jar.
flour. I'm out of flour. It sucks. But
I'll grab that real quick. Those
we'll
infinity jars.
we'll make that happen again come December.
Where's the trichome dream catcher that was on the wall behind you?
I'm not sure. I'll have to ask the missus about that. It could be packed away.
Is that a live, laugh, love sign behind you?
I have to look. Love at first sight. It's a picture of our
Aw,
grandbaby. Oh my God, she's the cutest. We are so blessed. We have the best grandbaby.
that
Love
picture
her
you
so
shared
much.
with us was the most adorable thing I've ever seen.
Dude, she is
And I've had
melts
2
my
kids.
heart. I'm sorry.
I said that picture is the most adorable thing I've ever seen, and I've had 2
Thank
kids.
you. Thank you. It's she's a heartbreaker, that's for sure. Very blessed.
Skilbo rocking the infinity jar.
Yes, sir. Thank you again.
Oh,
Let out.
squaw!
Oh, infinity jar. Here we go.
I was
Show it
just
off. Show it off.
you think. So for if you're in the chat and you're new and you don't know about these things, I got these for the panel like a long time ago, like our very first Christmas or something like that.
Yep.
And I wanted to get a gift for stoners, and like, how do you get a gift for stoners that they don't own, right? And something that they'll reuse forever. And I was like, I'm gonna get the coolest jar that I can get. And I looked up all the information I could on that, and found those jars, and that's what I got. And it worked. Everybody still uses them.
Yep.
Nobody pitched them. They're really sweet jars.
I went and bought dab size ones.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
have a dab size one as well.
Baked, open that up for me, will you?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Come on. Oh, shit. You got them too. Damn, that's an empty jar, bro.
Yeah,
That's-
it's not. I didn't say it was full.
Oh.
I pulled it from my empty jars over here. I got a tower of them.
How much are those a piece, guys?
Oh, I can't remember, dude.
$10?
Ooh, there's dabs in this one.
Sequence is showing off some real nice.
Let's look. Infinity War.
Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
jars.
Yeah, man.
Let me try to get it to spotlight while I'm in focus here.
Ooh,
He's got stuff in his.
yeah, man. It's kind of saucy.
So those are, I think, what's on the bottom?
I
No
think the
numbers.
quart size ones are like $20 a piece or so, and then
I think these are 30 mils that we.
the little ones are cheaper for sure.
Yeah, so these are about 15. And then, yeah, you can get a 5 mil,
Gabe says 5 for 5.
5
mil.
for 9. Well, maybe there's other ones. But I got a pack. If you buy a bunch, I got like 3 free. Like you start adding more and they just throw in free ones. So
I think that might be how I got this dab size one. Was when I bought all of the jars. They were like, "Here, pick another jar," and I picked
yeah.
a little one.
But yeah, infinityjars.com.
Definitely buy them off of them instead of from Amazon if you want any kind of freebies, right?
I want to
Yeah.
say that there's a generic type of jar that's the same style, like 99% light proof. Myron glass, if I'm going by memory, that will
It's
probably
in the
be.
chat.
So that's in the chat. Okay, yeah.
Dank
Myron.
Dank Farmtron.
Yep. That's the same kind of glass, and it's not like the brand name, so you can save some cash. I'm really proud of myself. I pulled that out of my memory. Myron glass
You did
Yeah.
well.
or Miron, or I'm probably said it wrong at least.
Myron.
Yeah, I'll give myself half credit.
Yeah. It's not like someone spoke to you about them. You read about them.
Yeah. I will say, Baked, the dog patch are looking incredible. They are they're keeping up with the White Wedding. So I'm running White Wedding by Ethos, which everybody knows is like a whatever top tier breeder, like whatever, and at least within the breeder circles go. And the dog patch is by a little bit lesser known breeder, which always you never know what your result you're going to get. And they are keeping up very well. I'm very impressed with the plants so far.
What kind of leaf structure?
Excited to see what they turn into. What was that?
What kind of leaf structure are you seeing? You seeing like wide paws? You seeing long
Dude, the
fingers?
leaves are huge.
Yeah, it's Keb types Keb basically, you know, it's A
Yeah.
count, yeah. So it should be, big fatties.
Yeah, the leaves are huge.
Well, that's a good place to start when you're working with unknown genetics. If you start seeing representations of what you remember from, you know, what you're looking for.
I went ahead and I took my drying tent because I have a tent for drying plants, and I turned it into a seedling popping area so I could get like better humidity and temperature control and everything in there than the larger veg space. And they're doing really well in there. They're just in solo cups right now until they get big enough for me to put them in another pot. But
What temperature do you like to keep your veg tent at to keep it pumping out?
about 80 if I can get it, you know. If so, right now you got to put a heater in there probably to get to that. I have a heater in mine just in case, and then
Well,
because the LED lights don't put off enough heat to.
that's cool though, again, because we're working in a 4x8 tent, so it's not going to be that much work on that small heater like that. It's better than trying to heat like say a spare
This-
bedroom.
This tent that I'm using is 4x4, I think, and then
Even easier.
yeah, even easier, really. And I just have one of them radiator heaters.
Which those radiate heaters you can get like that are, I just seen them on sale for the last couple weeks at Menards for $39.99. So $40 can put you right if you're dealing with, you know, because if you go into your bedroom, it's like 61 and shit.
Right.
You're not going
And
to.
now is not the right time to bring it up, but like if you make it through winter time and then you see those in the spring, they'll be on sale because they have
Like
like their
25
winter
bucks.
stock at Walmart or their winter, you know, wherever you're going to be, and you can get a good deal on that product. And but right now they're probably at their max price because it's getting ready to get cold.
Yeah.
Keeper of the Strain says, "Hey y'all, question. I have a plumbing problems and I have a plumber coming over Monday morning, but I need to harvest. What would y'all do with this problem?" Here's what I would say. Whether you harvest now or whether you have it hanging when he gets there, it's still going to smell like weed. If you're in a red state,
I agree.
you might want to do something about that.
Hopefully you're in a green state, and I would say
If you're in a green state, I wouldn't really worry about it.
these days I don't care.
Yeah.
Unless you
Yeah.
grow plants outdoors where somebody, so the only concern there is like you have a contractor come over and they see your plants, and then at the end of the year your plants disappear,
Right.
that sort of deal. But if you're growing indoors, you don't really got to worry quite so much about your plumber coming to steal your plants. Like they're not gonna. So
Well, especially if they're like a licensed plumber too. They're more
right,
likely
right.
to be reputable and not trying to fucking blow up their reputation for, you know, what would ostensibly be less than a pound of weed.
If not, I'd try to find a room that he doesn't have to go in and carbon filter right in.
Yeah, like
in
transfer.
there.
But if
All
they're
you
in,
need
like,
is a fan on
net-
top of a carbon filter, just sitting there recirculating.
So I got 2 carbon filters in my house. I have one in the flower room now. Then I have one outside of the flower room that filters the house too.
I've
That's
seen
what I've
they
done for
sell a
years.
carbon filter whole house filter as well.
Really?
And if you're somebody that smokes in your house a lot, that might work well for making your house as a whole smell a little bit better.
Does it hook to your furnace?
It's like the filter furnace, your
Okay.
furnace filter, the big square one.
That's cool.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
got like a layer of activated carbon in there.
Yep. Keeper says he has 2 carbons going and it still smells.
That's
well,
a good thing.
I
Like, or you
believe-
have a
yeah.
bad carbon filter or old, you know.
Yeah, you either got
But that's
bad
one
carbon
thing I would
filter
say
or
You in a
is-
red
Do
state?
not cheap
Or-
out on a carbon filter. If you think you need one, then you definitely need one that's going to fucking work. Don't go on
Right.
Amazon and buy one of those
I was gonna say I don't
grow
recommend
or I
Viva
whatever
Sun.
fucking bullshit, because you may as well just be running a sock over a goddamn.
Well, there's a lot of
hose.
other shit to it too. You know, whatever you're trying to carbon filter, it's got to be like an airtight space. You got to have the right size fan to pull the right amount of air through your filters, or they won't work.
I have
If
a
you have a
question.
big ass fan and a tiny filter, it's going to pull more air through the filter than it can filter, and you'll get smells. If they're not in an airtight space, you're going to get smells because
That's the key.
you're not
right
going to
there.
be able to run negative pressure and
Right.
keep the space and keep the smell from escaping the room. There's a lot. I would
Well,
imagine, like Ancient Grown said, it could be under positive pressure, and your room might be just off-gassing smells that you're not being able to get through your filter.
I have the key for someone that's growing in their basement. If you're not growing in a tent, you build a room and you have, your fans running, make sure that you silicone caulk between the floor and the bottom of the 2x4s on both sides, on the inside and the outside. That's because if one of those things fails, if say one of those fucking seals fails, then you want to make sure that you still have it covered on the other side. The chances of both sides of the silicone breaking in the same place to be able to offset that is pretty low, I think. Dank Farmtron says high humidity will cause your carbon filter to fail faster.
I think I've heard that before.
Cheers, Spartan. Have a good day, brother.
Have a good day at work, Spartan. Appreciate you being here, brother.
I
Ooh,
have
he
to
is
see
green
him.
name. Green name with a wrench.
Tony, I'm going to add you as a moderator.
Yeah, Stoney.
Ooh.
Hey,
It
Spartan, I
did
want to
work.
say thank you for your support of the show. I saw that you became a show member today. Appreciate
That's
that.
why he's got the Michigan next to his name now.
Yeah, he's got.
See, if you look at Dan's, Dan doesn't have the little Michigan, but Spartan being a member
Yeah.
in good standing does.
Appreciate you, Spartan.
Damn.
Our
I'm
OG
gonna have to
is
give me a
giving
Michigan.
up.
Damn, he called you out on the air, Dan. You got fucked
All
there.
right.
You're good.
We're gonna
Well, he
have
was one of the original guys to have the
Scobo owes you $5 a month now, in my opinion. He basically guilt tripped you into it.
yeah. That's all right.
It's
kind of
cost of
funny,
less than
but-
a cup of coffee a day, Dan.
Yeah,
You
I
can
gotta
support
think
this
I
kind of
can't do it
quality
from my
fucking content,
iPhone.
bro.
I can't do it from my iPhone, can I? I have to do it from.
I don't think so. I remember people saying that there was an issue with the being able to get to the membership thing on I think either iPhone or Android. One platform or the other can't get to it well. But it should be a join button somewhere below the video, and that's how you get to that. And then you can use all the cool emojis that Abolish put on the channel. We got fucking
I always liked the El Rositas dude. El Rositas is fucking still makes me laugh.
Bam.
Loaded up, right?
Boom.
You get the late sesh alien.
I
El
gave you a wrench,
Rositas.
Tony.
Whammy. Kingfisher's guy down.
Morning, Southern Vermont grower. Ooh-wee.
So how am I supposed to do it if I've got an iPhone then?
You have to use the
Wah,
IC.
wah, wah.
There's a link I could put in the chat. I think it takes. I think.
Hit up
Well-
Steve Jobs.
You're gonna have to send it to me because I don't obviously have a computer either. So all I've got's my
The dogs
stinking-
ate your computer.
Baked, you better stop it. I'm gonna come up there and whoop you.
Down or up?
I'm gonna come down there and whoop you.
Okay, well, I
Why
got
you-
time because you gotta get
Okay.
through the wall.
And how about that?
You gotta have the snowmobile from Dan to get there.
Yeah, first you gotta rent the snowmobile.
It doesn't. I don't know. It's not that bad right here. We're not getting. It just kind of sounds like it's a little icy kind of stuff going on right here. So it's not like snowing here.
That's
But-
good.
A different location, and he's kind of like down in the valley, so he gets something different than me.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it'll come on down.
Dun, dun,
Google
dun,
says you should be able to see a
dun,
join
dun,
button on
dun,
the channel, Tara,
dun, 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 dun,
For
dun,
what?
dun, dun,
for the show.
dun, dun,
So
Yeah,
if you
I
go to
don't
the
see
show,
it.
you will see a button.
It's not here.
I believe you. I know that people have had trouble with it before.
Believe me, Dan wants nothing more
I
than
look.
Michigan to show up after.
I'm
his
just
friend.
going to
Oh.
pretend
Shut
that
me
you
out.
don't want to find the
I
button.
This before in the past, and that we couldn't because of the stupid iPhone, and then I couldn't figure out how to do it because you know me, I'm freaking tech-tarded. So you know,
Well, I think there's a way, but I don't think it's worth the amount of effort that that it takes to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's I don't know. It's probably some 11.
Who's the boomer now, right?
You have an iPhone
Oh,
because iPhones are so cool they can't.
Can't do things right, right? Dan's
Yeah.
holding it up. Okay.
everything.
D Spartan says I would pretend the button wasn't there if I didn't want to join.
Yeah.
I like the camera.
Oh, shit.
It's
He's making
pretty good.
cracks while
You're
he's on
right,
the ways to
Bart.
work.
That's all I do is take pictures.
well,
No,
He said he was going to go to
I
work,
don't
but he
need
stayed
that.
just to roast you guys.
I
I have a
know.
snow blower. I can blow a path all the way to the hash shed. It's
Nice.
a bitch too, because I don't have water out there yet. So I have to hump that water.
Oh,
Man.
dude.
Yeah.
How far out is it?
I've heard you can
Uh,
blow a path.
50
It's
feet?
about 80 feet.
Hey, believe me, 80 feet's a ways when you're trying to tote,
When you're carrying 5-gallon
two
buckets.
5-gallon buckets, and you're like, I don't
And
want
you
to
gotta
slop this
go-
all over the yard.
You need 55 gallons. So it's a bitch. But that's all right. I don't mind. I love it.
I'm thinking of the shit that I have in my house, and I have one of those garden cart things that has like the real tires on it, and the sides fold down. It's like the expanded metal shit. I'm thinking to myself, well, I probably could fit 3 of those 5-gallon buckets in there and just roll it back there.
Well, if I
But
if
that
I was
doesn't
gonna
work when
make
the
this,
fucking snow is 3 feet deep, drifted in the backyard.
this is just a temporary situation, the hash shed. Eventually this cold room will go inside the pole barn, and that one will be hard plumbed, where I don't have to do this shit no more. But till then, we will.
Lucas says you could pull it on a sled.
I've seen that shit.
Yep,
Smarter
I
than
could.
me.
That's a pretty
Yeah.
good
I
idea.
could.
You just need 12 huskies.
No,
Dankman, we had Michigan O in
Or
the
one
chat
boxer.
asking about Jartech and afterpress like cure methods and stuff. I don't know if you want
I
to share
do.
any of that.
I do. Okay, let's see. I prefer to do room temperature jar tech, where I keep it at about 62 degrees. And it depends on a lot of factors, how long it takes to get the cure that I'm looking for. Could be, how greasy the rosin is and whatnot.
How do you decide that?
Well, I watch the transformation itself. I keep it sealed inside the clear ball jar. I typically leave it dark place. I don't know if that matters, but to me, it makes me feel better. And then I watch it. I watch the transformation occur. As soon as I start seeing it transform, I like it to be not as cakey like. I try to keep it as creamy as possible. So the earlier you have the earliest you have the opportunity to stir it, go for it then, which takes anywhere from 24 hours to 3 days, depending on the density of the jar, how much is in there. Like I said, the greasiness, how much terpenes in there, how much actual separation has to happen. The less terpene material seems to cure it faster for me, meaning that it turns the cake-like batter quicker. Try not to over cure it and let it sit out too long where it becomes crumbly. Once you find a consistency you like, immediately get it to the fridge, and that's going to slow down any more of the transfer, the change. I hope that answered your question.
I bet it did.
Thank you, Dan.
Painted
No, I'm serious.
Lady
Like, a lot
pointed
of
out that I
times
was in top chat.
Wah, wah, wah.
No.
Don't get stuck in top
now-
chat, chat.
Now,
Thank you, Painted
okay,
Lady.
here's another. Let me jump in. Here's another scenario like I did prior to going to the event. I didn't have time to do mass curing of large amounts of rosin. You're talking, 60, 80 grams of rosin. Takes a little while to make that transformation. So we did a homogeneous pull with it right after the press in the cold room at temps about 39 degrees. We're working this rosin, trying to homogenize it together, and then while it's still in the taffy state, we're gramming it out, weighing it up individually into the grams, and then jarring that up. And then we would take them jars and immediately put them to the fridge to stop. Yes, to slow down the transformation of it caking up and battering up, which would that naturally happens if we would have left it out overnight. And then as we got closer to the event, the coins had now transformed and they were ready for the homogeneous stir. So it gave the consumer or our friends, the opportunity to get that stir themselves and mix some terpenes together and get a real good initial burst of smells and everything upon that. So there's a couple different options you can do when you're trying to do your so-called cure. You can also do the oven tech where, you're looking for a more viscous rosin. And, that's heating it up in the oven, at 150 degrees. But once you do something like that, you are losing terpenes, in my opinion. And I personally don't.
Not
use
just your
it.
opinion. That's definitely science. You lose
Yeah.
terpenes at 150 for sure.
Yeah. I just do the jar tech. Susan, we just bought a big old toboggan actually to move firewood.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, it was Trisha's idea.
Thank you for sharing all the info on how to cure the rosin, Dan. That's valuable for a lot of people in the chat.
It's a nice
People
way.
were thanking you if you didn't see.
No, I'm sorry, I missed chat.
Oh, it's all
He
right.
was too busy trying to teach us something.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you guys.
So Dirty, I see you in the chat. I just wanted to say thank you for keeping the Discord populated with topics and things in all of the channels. I see you posting there every day. If you guys want to join Sir Dirty, he's basically talking to himself in there. So
Well, the thing is I'll say this: Sir Dirty has watched us since damn near
it's
the
a
very
one-sided
beginning.
effort thing, guys. Come on.
I know, man. You got to support.
He's putting in the work.
Actually, myself.
It's not always the right channel, but the effort is there. And so Dirty, I'm gonna try to get in there more and talk to you more on there.
Just, I don't know why. I don't know. I did like it.
Oh, it's nice, especially if you keep up on it. But if you go in there right now, like every single channel's got a notification on there, and
As someone
it's like
who
overwhelming at first because Sir Dirty's in there chatting on all of them, which is great. But
Yeah, he's very knowledgeable.
so it's all organized, it more or less. So if you want to talk about concentrates, you can click on concentrates. If you want to share pictures of your garden, you can share pictures of your garden. If you want to look for cannabis news, there's a section for that. It's not just like one giant chat. It's all segmented, and I really like that. So if you guys want to join Sir Dirty, he's in there chatting. So
Would you find something else since Instagram keeps chopping everybody?
can
the way
you put a
Right,
link to the
exactly.
Discord in the chat, please?
yeah, I'll put a link in the chat for sure.
Here's what I would say is people really enjoy the community side of all of these live streams and stuff like that. I realize I'm a boomer and I don't know that much about shit, but it seems to me like Discord would be like a continuation of chat in real time.
It
The
is.
potential
yeah,
is
it
there
goes
for there,
all
but it's a
week.
very focused one though. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
let's talk
You want
about
to talk
this.
about concentrates? There's a section just for that. If you want to
Well-
talk about memes, there's a section just for memes.
Right. Or questions, like, hey, what the fuck am I looking at here? Because it's very hard for somebody in the live stream chat to be able to share that information with us. We have to just go off of what they tell us rather than being able to actually look at the picture like you would in Discord chat. Or maybe it's not. Nobody's going to save me on this one.
I'm trying to get the link.
I
for-
forgot what we were talking about.
That means that you are appropriately baked, but not quite waked.
Yeah, I'm not waked.
Or are you
Discord's
woke?
alright. I remember we were talking about Discord.
Yes,
Cool
I
because
should,
if you have a mic, you can hang out in there.
I should definitely put more time in Discord, and I don't. I apologize.
Well, we'll get you the next Battlefield, and you and me are gonna play some Battlefield and use Discord.
Dude.
Can I get the finger guns baked?
All right.
Pew, 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 pew.
What system
back
you
there.
got? Is that PC or gaming?
I got
system?
PC, but a lot of stuff's going universal now or whatever it's called,
Right on.
cross-platform. So hopefully it won't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So on
buddy.
Discord, if you have a microphone, there's chat channels. If people end up doing that, you can sit in the chat channel and talk to other people. And There's links to other shows. There's links to other cannabis community discords on our Discord. So like, if you run out of people to talk to on our shit, there's links to more people to talk to on other shit. There's a place to show pictures of your garden to everyone else that's on the Discord. There's a lot, and the more support it gets, the better it gets. Like,
Right.
if some people now really like Discord, and that's basically how that's their Instagram, right? So some Discords will be like boosted by users where they like donated to the thing, and they can then upload higher definition pictures. They can get more emojis. There's like all sorts of stuff that everyone can participate in, like crowdfunding, so to speak. It's a pretty interesting thing. It started out as a gaming thing. So there's like voice to voice. Like if you wanted to talk to me or whatever, we could get in a chat channel and talk. If you wanted to play a video game and share your video, there's channels for that. Then yeah, you can. It's kind of like a forum in the way that you can organize it and segment where everyone talks about everything.
This is way too fucking informative and thought provoking for 9:45 a.m. We might
I
not.
put a link to it in the chat. If anybody has trouble with it, you just let me know.
Yeah.
Or baked. Or Sir
We've
Dirty.
got a section for chat. We've got a section where you can ask the panel questions, where we can we'll answer the questions on the show. We've got sections where you share your garden pictures. We get a section where you talk about just genetics, where like if you want to ask whoever about like chem, if you want, or whatever.
Well, that's a good point. Is let's say that I am.
And your shit doesn't get lost in the wash, Like you can ask your question about chem, and somebody else can talk about a meme in their own channel, and not disrupt what the hell you're trying to do.
I can hear my dog is up.
What were you trying to say, Scobo?
What I was trying to say was it would be a really good way that if I was in the chat here and I was like, man, I really need some help, guys. If you popped over to Discord, you could actually make a post on there, upload the pictures
Right.
of the video that you want to,
Yeah.
and then we would be able to bring that up during the show, and then everybody could see that and we could discuss it so that everybody could learn.
Well, not only that, but other people are going to answer that all week.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
like,
But if
not
it's a really
only are
good
we
one,
going to be able to see that, everyone is going to see it and be like, "Oh, you got thrips, maybe, or whatever. Oh, that's a nitrogen deficiency." Instead of relying on nothing, maybe, or a Facebook group or whatever the hell you're trying to use to try to solve that problem, we've got a really cool crowd-funded group with a like knowledge. Maybe you respect them more because they're all viewers of the same thing that you like to view, and they can share some info.
And it's nice to have a little
Cannabis
background
Project has a really good
information. Sorry. Put some
I was just-
background information along with your symptoms, like what type
Right.
of soil you're in,
what your environment is, how you water.
are you synthetically feeding, though that really helps, address the situation too. So don't forget to put that information in there.
I put a couple of links in chat. If you see them, they never expire. You can share them with other people that grow or don't grow. There's sections in there just to share your favorite music or just to share your favorite memes. You can just hang out in there, or you can try to become a better grower in there. It's all up to you.
Or we can squat up.
Yeah, exactly. Or you can play
Wow.
games with mates, or you can do whatever you want.
what's your
Choose
game
your own
du-
adventure. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, those are so cool. Bake, what's your game du jour right now?
Right now, well, honestly, it's been pretty shitty out there in the gaming world, in my opinion. So I've been playing some Rocket League and some League of Legends Team Fight Tactics.
Oh, you're still on TFT, huh?
I just recently got back into it because they started a new season fresh, and I was like, well, okay. But yeah, if you want to hop in there, ever.
I like that shit.
That's a fun little game you can play while smoking and chilling easily.
I used to play, I was pretty serious into them MMORPG games.
We're
Back
waiting
lot
for
of-
a
that's a
good
whole
one
lot
to
of
come
letters.
out, Dan.
Oh
When
my
another one
God.
comes out, I'll let you know.
You ever
Dude,
try
We're
Animal
waiting.
Crossing?
I had to
Dan,
get
or-
away from it because it consumed
said
way
Animal
too much of my
Crossing?
life. It was
You
bad.
ever check
Oh,
out
yeah.
Animal Crossing or like that Pinata Garden game or
Viva
Viva Pinata. Yeah, that one.
that was like the first Xbox game, or not Xbox,
is
but Xbox
dank.
360. Yeah, I had it. Yep. But yeah, so yeah, use Discord.
Hey, Blue Kiss with the real one. She
I'll
says she plays
download
euchre on
whatever game.
Facebook.
I got SSD, M.2, so I'll
I used to play
download
this game
whatever real
called
quick.
Perfect World. Man, it was
Was it
time
perfect?
consuming. It was kind of like,
Perfect, he says.
World of Warcraft, World of Warcraft or whatever. Kind of like
Yeah.
that. but
Wow.
different.
Sequence
my
is the
game.
whole World of
Take up a lot of
Warcraft.
time.
I wonder what Sequence's avatar looks like for. Wow.
Dude,
I was,
you know he's got a scantily clad lady elf.
Oh,
I only
I was
ever
a
played
mage,
the
man.
characters
I
from
like
all-
being a magic class. They could always kick
Shit.
fucking ass.
Yep, yep.
I don't mind healing.
No, I was like a wizard damage fucking dude.
DPS, yeah.
Yeah.
Something
that's
should
so
be
many
coming,
letters,
man.
man.
We
Dude, I
got
played
we
this
got-
one
In
game.
WoW, you want to know what I played? I played a gnome, disciplined priest, healer,
what gender?
female.
Yeah.
How did you know?
Was really good.
Oh, there's
So
a
male
lot
players
of
generally pick
cross-genders.
female players characters because they
He
wanna look-
says that, but I don't think it's generally.
It's easier to get a
No?
squad.
That's what I've heard.
But no,
Like-
I had this one game I
You're into
played.
chicks, you want to watch chicks running around, not dudes running around, right?
I don't know. I've never know. Whenever we made squads, it was everybody made one that they thought looked cool.
You like
Yeah.
looking at sweaty warriors all day?
Well, they're usually an orc or something, so it doesn't matter.
Oh geez, that's not good.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I definitely wouldn't.
Weird territory.
We have nerded completely the fuck out here. We went from
For
like
sure.
this is way too scientific, and then we like nerded out on games.
That's okay.
But it's all my
the way it
fault.
get
Perfect.
big.
No, I
That's
hope
what
the
you do.
Discord conversation, to wrap it up, was something to draw people in, whether you want to talk about games or cars or music or memes or plants or whatever the fuck you want to talk about. There's a place to talk about it on there. So hopefully you join us. Hopefully you join Sir Dirty, and we can talk about some shit.
I have two words and a number for you. Super Mario 3.
Super Mario 64.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you play 64, Skilbo?
No.
Mario 64 might
Okay,
be
so
one of
you
the
might
best
want
games
to.
ever made.
Yeah. So when they finally took Mario 3D,
Yep. And that was where like the gaming camera, like the third person camera and stuff was like designed and
I
innovative.
can remember when certain games, like I'm from the super old school, like the late 70s crew. And so I'm
Pong.
used to that definite, well, Pong is more like a 74 thing. That's not
Oh, okay. My bad.
good.
Like
No,
Mario 64 is where that floating camera comes from.
Yes.
It's in like every
Yep.
single game.
And it's something you had to get used to then, because
Yep.
if you miss that transition to go from like the flatter 2D style thing to go to like right now, like Call of Duty is like
Well, like
you're
GoldenEye.
used to, man.
So to go
Yeah.
from
Ooh.
GoldenEye to
Did
to
you
whatever
finish? Were you
now.
number one in GoldenEye? Were you ever ranked?
Well, you only got to play GoldenEye against people local.
Yeah, it wasn't
like your friends
online.
and stuff. So
Oh,
like,
this is so old; it doesn't even do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
there's- so
either
it's
4
pre-internet.
players.
but GoldenEye was like the game that taught everyone how to shoot other people in video games, and yeah, it was pretty good at that.
I thought that was Doom.
Doom
Yeah.
was shooting like aliens, but GoldenEye was actually like me
Yeah,
versus,
other players.
which was the change, the big thing.
They still
Well, I
haven't
can-
matched a real player in AI.
And
I
it
don't
had
think
the
I haven't played a
shittiest
game
graphics,
yet.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
Stabby is poking fun of me and says I can remember playing games on the 5 1/4 floppy disk using a C64. Damn right. I can remember when it would just make all kinds of noise like all the way through, and you're like waiting for shit.
The computer?
lag it. Oh yeah, dude. This is like probably 19.
It's like
Oh,
1
man,
megabyte and
83?
the computer's
83
fucking
or 4?
overheating.
Dude, what did the 64 stand for? The 64 stood for 64
64 bit.
K.
probably.
Oh, was it
Ooh,
64
okay,
K?
damn.
You're probably right.
Yeah, back then.
Yeah, you're
back
probably
then,
right. It was probably
They
64K.
didn't have bits back then.
There was no like computers didn't get
They
to
were
the
probably
point-
like 8-bit well, no, it's probably like 16-bit.
no,
No,
it's 8-bit.
64K. You're right.
8 bits. Old.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
So big.
What?
Lucas, I think even today, everyone is happy to play Pong. I think that's a game that is timeless in the way that like Pac-Man is timeless, and
Donkey Kong.
there's several other ones, yeah, that I think
I
will
don't-
never.
I only like playing Pong against a person.
That's the only way to do it, dude. Because
Yeah, I
you're
don't
gonna be
wanna
able to
play
like,
against the wall.
No, isn't there
No,
a,
no, it used to
AI
be-
mode?
I don't know.
Like where you, and it's just like,
I think you got to play against a person because someone always has. To,
well, maybe the original.
if someone doesn't lose, how do you feel good about winning?
Well, the AI is supposed to get harder and harder each time you beat them.
I get harder and harder each time I
Oh, Lord.
beat AI.
well, you know what? Chat is following along with us because we're seeing a whole
Yeah.
bunch of.
Mario Kart, that's
Oh,
a good
shit.
one. That's pretty
Dude.
timeless.
Hold on, Kingfisher had the ColecoVision. The ColecoVision is the original thing that had Donkey Kong on it. And they had
Every
some
time I hear the
sick-ass
word
joysticks.
ColecoVision, I think of a kaleidoscope.
Do you remember the handheld football games?
Of course, that's what you got to annoy motherfuckers. They all
Like
ran
a
off of.
football
Are you
game?
talking about a
Like a
literal
gamer?
football?
All ran off of a.
Have you ever thrown a football?
Yeah, are you talking about just
Whatever,
playing
bro.
football?
No,
If it's in
ball?
your hand?
ball game?
no.
No, he's talking about the toilet game. I love that.
Toilet game.
I don't know what that is.
The little handheld game you put on
Yeah.
the back of your toilet for when you're
Oh, a
stuck.
toilet game. That's what you call those. Okay,
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
pre-phone shit, right?
Pre-phone shit, exactly.
Hmm. If it doesn't have a screen, I don't know about it.
I had a
Speak and
screen.
spell. the
It
little.
was a bunch of red dots.
Oh, I think I remember that now. I never played it though.
See, I think the. I'm gonna see. Chat says Nintendo changed everything. I feel like the Atari 2600 is what changed everything.
Yeah, for us.
The
That
because
was
that's
a
like
joystick single button thing.
Yeah.
and the Nintendo was the first thing that had more of the flat controller that got away from the joystick.
So I
itself.
think
Remember,
I
you
think,
had to blow into cartridges.
So-
I think they both changed the game. It's
Yeah,
just
I
in
never
their own
owned the
time.
Atari, so I can't compare. Obviously, that was a huge deal.
One
Yeah, it
brought,
was.
you
That
know,
was like
video games
1980.
to
But
the
what
house.
was the big difference between the Atari and the Nintendo when Nintendo came out?
The Nintendo had way better fucking
Color?
graphics.
The Atari had
Yeah.
cartridges, right?
But you're
full
talking about a
color.
difference in like 5 years though.
So
Because,
was it like 16
Zelda?
bit versus 8-bit,
yeah,
Probably.
or was it like the?
No, I thought the first
Game.
Nintendo was
yeah,
8-bit.
26 was 8-bit. Yeah,
Like Atari came out when I was like 8, 6, 8.
it's
And
like
then
70. I think it's like 70.
Nintendo came out when I was like,
85.
late middle school or some shit like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like when I was a kid. Everybody was
that.
playing.
Dan and I are the same age, so and Tara's the same age too.
Yeah, the
Fucking-
Nintendo
But you notice
was
she
8
hasn't said
Contra, man.
boo.
I played so much Contra for that game.
There you go.
Got Contra in the chat.
Out there
Dan.
fucking
Yeah, man.
blasting.
Yeah, man.
Contra's a
Up,
good one.
down,
Or 8-way
left, right,
shooter.
left, right.
Hey,
A,
we
B,
are
A,
the
B, A,
we are the
B.
last
Stop.
generation
Stop.
to actually like do arcades like real live. Like you would go to the arcade to see new
Yeah.
games all the time.
Fucking spend.
I went
bunch
to
of
the
stupid
arcade,
money.
motherfucker.
We still go to the arcades. I
Yeah.
took the kids.
You ever hear of Dance
Heidi and I
Dance
took the girls to
Revolution?
the arcade.
Where do you think that started?
Crickets. Hear 'em?
Yeah.
Sure
Oh.
dirty.
Oh wow. It's because the crickets aren't going to the arcade right now.
Do you play the dance games? You know where you like you always see on like Reddit and shit. Where
Yep.
people are using like the big dance floor.
DDR. I've
I
never.
was really, really good at that.
Stabby is correct. Dave and Buster's is incredible.
But it's more like
Yeah.
a restaurant that has shit in it though, right?
No, it's like a.
It's more of an arcade that has a
Okay,
restaurant in it.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right, all right.
It's a great place for adults to hang out.
Ah, you want to go, Scobo?
I've never
Scobo,
been.
now that Drake has kids, he holds all of his parties at Dave and Buster's, so his kids
Boom.
out at the arcades.
Oh.
Yeah. And he can drink.
Get loaded at the arcade,
Drinking
right?
stuff, but his kids, it's a little bit better than holding them at a club.
Scissor.
Too funny.
I haven't taken the kids to Dave and Buster's, but I have taken them to Chuck E. Cheese. But
Chuck
Dave
E.
and Buster's is an
Cheese.
adult Chuck E. Cheese.
I mean, you see the fist fights and shit break out at Chuck E. Cheese as it is. You don't need that fucking throw alcohol in it.
Well, I would fist fight too
Call
if
it
I was
Chuck E.
paid
Cheese.
$40 for that pizza.
And those rinky dink prizes, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See, now I'm triggering Tara. Tara's finally waking up because she's had to pay for some shit with some kids.
Tara, I think we're gonna end at 10. You want to get some chatting in? You better get in here.
Well, you guys were talking about stuff, so I didn't want to interrupt.
You don't know anything about video games?
A little bit.
Let's hear it. What was your stuff?
Just played Nintendo. I mean, I did play an Atari when I was really young, but mostly Nintendo, Super Mario Brothers. But
Yeah.
it was Mario.
Did you get
yeah.
the SNES afterwards? The
I was
Super
addicted-
Nintendo?
Yeah, but I was addicted to the Nintendo DS. I still
Have you ever blown in a warp whistle, Tara?
Hold on. A Nintendo what?
the
DS.
Nintendo DS, the little pocket one.
Yes.
Oh, DS from
Yeah, the-
modern day, you mean?
That's pretty good. DS
Yeah.
is pretty good.
You can get them dirt cheap now too.
Bet you played Tetris, didn't you?
I have a Switch. I do have a
I have a
Switch.
I thought
Right
she would
now
have a
on my
Wii.
computer, Dan. It's
Doesn't
in
she look like she'd have a
3D,
Wii?
brother.
The Switch is cool, but my problem with Nintendo is their licensing nowadays is just so bland. It's a
stand
bunch
on
of it's a bunch of old ports like Skyrim 10 years later,
I
or
don't know.
it's just more Mario now.
Curtis, Tara and I do have VR. She tried my VR and she bought it. The VR
I'm
is
excited for VR.
Have you seen that they've been putting those on cows now?
No.
on cows.
Yes.
For what? They
They,
pretend they're in a meadow, but they're
Yep.
actually in a barn.
I feel
No.
yeah.
it's on Reddit.
I feel like that's in your boomer newspaper.
No, it's on Reddit, bro. It's
It's gotta
be
be.
the internet. Come on, I'm gonna go find that shit now.
Yeah, I feel like
You
it's
read that
gonna be an
on
obvious
alexjones.com.
Photoshop or something.
Bah! Go on, get out of here.
Get out of
It's
here.
crazy.
I did
Hey
get
guys,
the-
thank you for joining us. We are
Come
gonna-
through tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard
Yeah.
Time for the Bro Show live, or 11 p.m. Monday Eastern Standard Time for the late session.
We'll be here
guys.
tomorrow night. And thank you for joining us. We chatted about plants and stuff. We won't make you go through any more video game chat today.
There's always next week.
Next
Please
day.
join us on Discord. Sir Dirty would appreciate it very much. And I'll try to be in there more and more as more people join.
Yeah.
Have a great day, guys.